See, don't know how to do it. It's all about finding your passion. It's not just about my wonderful passion. Finding your passion. Finding your passion. It's all about finding your passion. This little adventure no, you can leave it playing, I just want it a little lower. Thanks. I don't sing, so I don't want to scare anyone away. This little, I don't wear all this stuff either, it's too hot. This little adventure started when we were talking about putting something together with this wonderful group of men and women, these musicians and these fabulous ministers. And I was talking to my sensei in Las Vegas. And he said to me, I was telling him on the phone, when I look around the room, there are very, very few young people. Very few. And he said to me, and he has a 15-year-old and I have a 15-year-old, he says, Doug, if it's not on YouTube, if it's not downloadable, uploadable, if they can't hear it on their phone, if they don't put it on an MP3, which I was trying to wear, I don't know how they do it, it ain't going to happen. They're not going to get the message. I'm a minister at a church in Morro Bay, and I laugh because our average age is probably 70 plus. And when my daughter shows up, she's 15 and she's bored. But she hears everything. That's it. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. I'm sure Matthew, you're 14, correct? So he comes to church because this is Mom's church. You know? And he's here, and he does a great job. Thank you. And so the interesting thing, and I'm going to sit down if you don't mind. Is this all right? Can you see me? You know, the interesting thing that I've discovered, and I'm going to share a little bit, I'm going to do a little lesson, and then I'm going to play some music and do a little rap. But I want you to know it's the little things that matter. And when my sensei taught me this concept about little things that matter, I took it to heart. I said, I don't do rap, so I tried to find a way to play with it a little bit. I spoke to an artist, and he got a little upset because it's not rap, it's hip-hop. I said, okay. And I listened to some gangster rap, and I did some of that, and it's a little out there. So my experience that I want to share with you, it's about you and I doing those little things daily, taking those positive steps. But remember, we have the choice to take the negative steps. And depending on what you practice, what I practice, is how our life turns out. Then the next thing after that, the one I hate to admit that I don't always remember, knowing what to do and doing it isn't the same thing. Knowing what to do and doing it is not the same thing. I have to take the action. And the best way I heard it said, it was let me see, his name's Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn died, and he was this unbelievable salesman, is what Jim did. And he shared with others what that was about. And he would put it like this. He says, always, always, always remember the things that are easy to do are easy not to do. The things that are easy to do are easy not to do. And that might be prayer or meditation in the morning. It might be forgetting to take the time to look outside and enjoy the rain this morning. And then today, enjoying the sun as it broke through. I mean, it's a fabulous, fabulous day. And it's a fabulous place to be. The funniest one that I have to remember, as you heard other people talking about today, sometimes we're this gigantic weight in people's lives, a mess. But when we start practicing these positive things, these positive thoughts, these positive actions, what I realize, it's like the pebble falling in the water, the ripple, a positive act on my part. Positive comes back. But again, I gotta choose. I have to pay attention. I'm not always willing to do that. I don't take the time. Or she doesn't understand me. Or they don't know how important I am. Or I'm busy. I want to know, how many of you have seen the film? It's an older film. It's called Pay It Forward. Great film. Brilliant film. And I was laughing because Matthew said he hadn't seen it yet. And I hope I don't spoil it for you. That's the film with Helen Hunt, Kevin Spacey, and my favorite, that Haley Joel Osment. The guy is just unbelievable. And he's quite a young man now. He's not a little boy he used to be. You know, it's a story about a young man who's trying to change the world. And the reason he does this is because his teacher challenges the class. And his mother's an alcoholic, and his father's always missing in action. And when he shows up, he's a real special guy, you know. He's one of those really, really angry, obnoxious individuals. Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's a loser, mean drunk. And this boy, when Dad's around, is just scared. And when Mom's around, he's disappointed. How many seen the film 5 times or more? Who cries at the film? I do. Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable film. And I'm not going to spoil it, but this boy does this really amazing thing, and he moves others to do this amazing thing. But then he dies. He dies. In the end, I'll see if I can get through it. Ellen Hunt is crumpled up on the couch, hugging the pillow, just bawling. And Kevin Spacey sitting next to her. They become an item thanks to their son, her son. And as with any death, no rhyme or reason could be made. And she's just unconsolable, which is very understandable. And all of a sudden, all these weird lights and noises are coming from outside. And they go to the window. And his schoolmates are there. And the neighbors are there. And the teachers are there. And you see miles of cars there, coming to mourn this wonderful, wonderful individual. And you hear this music.